What's up, guys?
Hi, guys. How are you? What's happening?
Welcome back to our original workspace where we started this podcast.
Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's so refreshing to be here.
I know.
Because this is where we intended to shoot everything.
Because it's a great spot.
Yeah.
And
it feels like an office.
It's progressively
it is
open back up now, and there's only... there's rules, but we're back in here.
Yeah.
So it
feels good.
Yeah.
We shot our first 4 episodes in here, and then as soon as we launched, it was everything shut. So
yeah.
Now we're back to finish up season 1, and
back to the
awesome.
basics.
Yes.
But
so exciting.
Today we're going to talk about working out, fitness, things of that nature, while we drink alcohol and Sprite.
A very heavy drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's Southern Comfort.
And Sprite. Don't knock it till you try it. I like expensive
He
stuff,
was like,
but it's
Steven's
good.
have you had Southern Comfort and Sprite? I'm like, no, but we're going to do it. It makes sense.
Yeah,
so.
It was an accidental discovery, but it's really good. But anyways, We're talking about working out, so pretend like we're not drinking.
We're talking. We're not working out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's true. It's true.
We can talk about it and drink.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite form of exercise, Steven?
Besides sex.
That's why I asked it that way. I was like, let's talk about it.
You nailed that spot on. Besides sex, my favorite form of working out would be, lifting. Mm-hmm. And then recently for my birthday, I bought a bicycle. So I've been riding my bicycle downtown.
It has some beautiful, pink, sparkly things from the handles.
Sexy, yeah.
He has a basket.
I've got a little
cute.
clown horn on it, a pink basket, some tassels hanging off the handlebars.
It's one of those where the brake on the right handle is also a nice beep beep, he's coming through. It's really cute.
It's actually nothing like that. It's a really sexy
it's very
bike.
masculine.
It's really nice. So, yeah, I like...
Sorry, I'm acting like an asshole. Should we start over?
No, it's okay. We're good.
Okay.
So, it's
It's a nice manly bike.
It's good because, I don't like running. I don't like cardio at all. I fucking hate cardio. So, having a bicycle that I can ride downtown with, a speaker on the back and just, enjoy it. It's fun. So
it's such a St. Pete staple, too. I feel like everyone has a bike here that lives downtown and, it's just a nice way of getting around and also getting exercise. It's good.
Yeah. I know you like to put some wheels on your feet.
Wheels and
scoot
whip
around.
Yeah, I love rollerblading.
Yeah.
I've been doing that for years and years since I was 5 or 6 years old. So I took a break, obviously, in my teens when it wasn't cool, but I'm right back into it now. My sister and I started up again 4 years ago, and now it's cool to do. You see people on roller skates.
I feel like anything that wasn't cool to do before is cool to do
cool
in St.
now.
Pete, in St. Pete specifically.
That's true.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, that's so 90s, Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel there's a difference between roller skates and rollerblades. Mm-hmm. Let's clarify. Rollerblades are the more difficult. So give me some credit. I have some good balance.
Okay.
And also, what else? I feel if someone's on a bike and I'm rollerblading, that's a good, it's about the same pace. You know what I mean?
Well, let's go for a ride then.
Okay, I'll race you.
I didn't think you could keep up with me.
We're going to race.
Okay.
You're
Okay, we'll do it. I'm down.
We should.
I passed a car that was going 25 miles an hour the other day, though.
Oh, shit. Maybe. Well, it has to be smooth pavement. That's my only thing.
Okay, we'll run it. We'll get some exercise in.
Okay, we should.
Yeah. So, what does, from your standpoint, what about fitness is important to you? How do you, go about your fitness? How do you go about staying healthy, staying in shape?
I think it's very much related to my mental stability. Mm-hmm. And when I sit inside all day and don't do yoga, don't go outside, I feel this energy in my body that manifests almost negatively. I start to think even just on a, you go on these tangents of feeling negative, and if I work out in even the midday, 12 to 2 or 12 to 4, I instantly feel so much better. And I understand that was just built up energy that I needed to exercise. I love if I could work out at 12, 1 o'clock every day, I feel that's the perfect time. Because in the morning, it takes me a little bit to wake up. But by 12, 1 o'clock, you want to feel you've done something good for yourself. And like sometimes work doesn't feel like that. You know what I mean? Like when you work out, you feel like it's for you. You know what I mean? Like working like just in general doesn't feel like I did something good for my body. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
what is there anything that stopped you from doing that every day?
I just put it off until the end of the day. Like I do yoga like 5-6 o'clock, or I like to do yoga like at sunset, but then I've wasted the whole day because I'll even think about it during the day. I'm like, oh, like I'm gonna do yoga. Like I think about like 3 or 4 times a day, and then it gets to the end of the day and I wish I would have done it earlier. So I've been trying, now that we're all like out of routine and everything, I've been trying to like make that a top priority for the day. So
that's good. That's
good. But
I noticed that a lot. It seems like most people's excuse for not working out is the fact that they either don't have time or they can't fit it into their schedule. But then I think about it and I'm like, I guarantee if you pulled open your screen time right now, like you had at least half an hour to an hour to like work out. But you know, it's not for everyone. Excuses. Some people just don't want to work out.
So when you say work out, we're talking about all forms of exercise. We're not talking about going to the gym, lifting weights and like banging machines around. Like you don't need to do that to get exercise. And I think people just get like lost in the idea of like, oh, because I don't like going to the gym, I don't have to work out. You know, like there's so many things you can do. Like take a walk for 30 minutes. That's exercise.
That's so good for your mental health. Like not even just for like your physical health, but like your mental health of just being able to go out and walk around with no distractions and just like think. Yeah. It's really, really good.
And I think people just like write it off because it's not the form of exercise that they assume they should be doing. So I've been trying to do that. Especially if you live in
Florida too. Like we've got so many things we can do here, whether it's like water sports, it's outside in a park, it's at the beach, it's in your home. Like there's just so many things you can do here to like work out and stay physically active. Even if it's like next to nothing comparatively speaking to people that are like bodybuilding and working out. Like there's something you can do to just keep your body moving and just keep yourself in good shape.
Yeah. And you feel so much better afterwards. Yeah. And like the build up to working out is always like what delays me. It's like, oh, I gotta go do that. But then when you think of it in like a 20-minute sense, 20 to 30 minutes, it's tangible. It's not like, oh, I gotta go to the gym for an hour and a half. So I don't know. I think that's like my biggest takeaway is like making your own workout plan or whatever you like to do for exercise, like individual to you, because you don't have to do the same thing as everybody else. Like I did have you ever done like sock drags, like for
sock
core
drags?
Yeah, so you wear socks and then you do like core exercises on like a wood floor.
I haven't done it before, but I've seen
Dude, it's such a good workout. Like I felt like it was like abs and butt. So I did that for 20 minutes today. I was sweating, like I was dying. And it's really good to build like core strength, and that's something I did at home on my yoga mat. And like I can't say enough, but like you can find anything you fucking want on the internet to work out. Like
easy, so easy.
Go on YouTube and like how many people are doing like fitness videos? There's so many things you can do even from at home. So that's not an excuse. Yeah. You know?
Literally anything. And like even before we were like civilized and we like lived in like mountains and like plains and stuff like that, like you'd pick up rocks and move them around, or we'd like run around, or we'd just walk around all day. Like any form of exercise is better than no exercise, and I think it's severely like underrated and like underappreciated how much just a little bit of physical activity like actually does for you, not only physically but mentally. Yeah, because a lot of people are focused on like the physical aspect of fitness. But like honestly, throughout all the years that I've like worked out and all the stuff that I've done, I've been far more happy with what it's done for me mentally than what it's done for me physically.
Because you feel like that sense of accomplishment too feels so good. Like not only are you working on your like physical body, but you feel like, okay, I did something for myself today. And like every form of exercise should feel like that. It shouldn't be like, oh, I have to check this off my list to do of like things that I need to do today. Like it should be something that you're like, I did that for myself. Like I know I needed it mentally, so it's great that I just like spent 30 minutes on myself.
Absolutely.
And I didn't think of exercise like that for a long time. Like I feel like I grew up like a pretty active kid. Like I did gymnastics, I did dance, I rollerbladed. Like we spent most of our time outside. Jen and I like swam. Like we started swimming like at like 3 or 4 when we first moved to, like when I first moved here, and like we spent hours in the pool. So it's like especially growing up in Florida, maybe it's different, but like I was always a very active kid, and I think that helped me mentally like mature faster too, because that was a way that I could get away from like family trauma too. It was like I had something to do after school, or it's like even just evaluate like what you like to do as a kid. Like, were you an active kid, or did you sit inside and play video games? And that's okay. Like, maybe that's just how you grew up. But I noticed a lot of my mental patterns came from being a kid.
Yeah. And it's a really big, like, it's a stress relief too, like mentally, but then also chemically as well. Like, there's endorphins that get released in your body when you're like physical, you're active, you're moving around, like your body just feels better, your blood is flowing. Your body is like, if you sit in a chair all day and you play video games,
so
like,
stagnant.
You're going to start harming your body more than you're going to be helping your body. So even just getting up and walking around and moving around, it just makes such a difference on your body. So like, when I think about like working out, and I think about like what it's done for me, and I think about like what would happen if I didn't work out, like we only get one body. We literally only get one body. So it's like, if you don't take care of your body from as young as you can, or until you're at least aware that you can like make a change on it, like if you don't take care of it, that body is the only thing you have to get your soul through like the rest of your life. I think you said something about that earlier about
it's like your soul's, that's what's carrying your soul in this lifetime. Like, I don't think we think of our physical body right now as what our soul came back into on purpose. Like, we don't think of that shell being important, but it is. Like, this is what's making us be mobile and able to create something, or fulfill like this life cycle. So I don't know, when you think of it more spiritually, I think it feels more purposeful than people just being like, oh, like this is just what I have to do every day, or not think like highly of yourself. Like I think it's really easy to get lost into like what we see on social media, and like just not realizing that this is like you are taking care of yourself by exercising.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just like I feel like it's a weird time. Like, I feel like body dysmorphia is like at the like all-time high because of how much we see people. What's
your definition of body dysmorphia? Like, how do you see body dysmorphia?
So I've been like starting to do more research on it like over the past year, because I've like realized I struggle a lot with that.
Okay.
Because it's pretty much like you look in the mirror and see like a heavier version of yourself.
Okay.
Like, you pick apart the things that like, this is what I have taken from it. Like, you see in the mirror all the things that you need to work on, instead of seeing like, oh, like I'm cut here, like I have a 2-pack, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't see anything that's good about it. It's just like constantly what you need to improve.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
All right. So I totally get that. I understand, because it's like I'm pretty confident overall as a person, but like I noticed that, like, for example, my legs, like I've got like bad back problems. So like when I'm in the gym, I can't go as hard with my legs, and like it's something that's held me back, and I know I can get past it. But like, I was hooking up with this one girl, and she told me that she was like, I really like your legs. She's like, you have really nice legs. And I was like, wow, that's literally my biggest insecurity is my legs.
Wow.
So like the way we see ourselves is like drastically different from how other people see us.
Yeah.
So body dysmorphia is definitely an interesting thing for
concept.
sure.
Yeah. I feel like people struggle with it probably more than ever, because like we're constantly evaluating like our pictures and like how we look in the mirror. Like, I think our self-image is so much more like prominent now than like it's ever been before. So yeah,
for sure. And like to speak on like self-image, like I feel like when it comes to how we're perceived, it's, for me personally, the way I perceive people is like, I feel, this is kind of controversial, but what is on the outside is a good representation of what's on the inside. So like, it's not always the case, but like when I see people that have like taken care of themselves on the outside, and they're just like healthy and they're happy and things of that nature, it usually is a pretty good representation that like other parts of their life are also like in check too. But if I see someone that's like, you know, severely overweight or something like that, there's a good chance that like other parts of their life are not like as in tune with other things. And it's not always the case. It's not always the case, because I know some unhappy people that are also like completely shredded, and I also know some really happy people that are like morbidly obese. So like it depends, but I think the overall consensus in my opinion on that is that like the more you take care of yourself on the inside, the more you want to take care of yourself on the outside, because it all just kind of goes together.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I feel like if you have a good idea of like yourself, or like if you are confident in yourself, it would probably relate to your like outer core. Like you would probably want to take care of your body and not be lazy. And I don't know, I feel like maybe that's just our opinion and we can leave it at that. Like I don't want to say like if you're not in shape then you're not mentally healthy. Like we're not saying that. It's just that usually people that are physically in shape and take care of their body that is reflected internally as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So basically we just got kicked out of our original workspace because they closed at 6 because of some virus or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't heard
something
of
about
it.
that, yeah. But
So anyway, we're back at my
we're back at Kristina's couch.
We kind of jinxed it because like I was like, yay, we're back in the workspace.
Yeah.
Like we have our room back. And
after
now
it took us an hour to set up. But anyways.
Yeah. So anyway, working out.
Yeah, working out. And what were we going to continue talking about?
I think one thing I wanted to point out that like you're not always like 100% with working out. Like I feel like I go through like times where I really want to be like working on myself, and I feel like the seasons have something to do with that. Like especially people that live in like the brutal like cold of winter, like obviously you're not going to be like as energetic. Like that's the time of like hibernation and like, you know, you eat a lot around the holidays and things like that. So it's like I don't feel like you should be like, that's not a natural state to be in, is like 100% like getting it, you know what I mean? But then when summer comes around, I feel like people have more energy. It's nicer out, you want to be outside, usually most places. It's just like a higher energy because like the sun is like the strongest in the summer. So
I guess that accounts through with like having like all the vitamin D that you're getting, and like people that are like up north, I'm pretty sure I read this somewhere, but there's like a statistic that people that have more sunny days are generally happier than people who have like less sunny days. So like people that are just in places like I think Seattle just rains all the time, just depressed and like just not as happy as they could be if they were living somewhere where it would be just like sunny outside, they could go to the beach and it was just like nice outside.
Like here, like you said, like there's so many like different varieties of like exercise if you live somewhere that's a little bit warmer. So
we can go to the beach in December wearing a bathing suit and we're still warm.
Yeah.
That's
we're not
something
bragging,
else.
but yeah.
It's nice, but like, you know, I'd rather be somewhere where it's like all 4 seasons, but I take it for granted. Being able to go to the beach in December is really nice.
It is, but do we really go in December? No.
No, definitely
But
not.
it is nice to be able to if we wanted to. I think I miss just like the fall season. I think that's something that I wish we had because we really don't here.
Like when you get to bundle up and everyone gets to wear winter clothes. Like winter clothes, everyone, literally everyone looks better in winter clothes.
They do. It's so like sophisticated. I feel like I like actually look like an adult when I have winter clothes on.
Yeah.
Instead of wearing like shorts and like Vans every day, but you know, give or take. There's like pros and cons of both.
Oh yeah,
so.
that pea coat.
Steven has this pea coat that he never shuts up about. It's like December rolls around. He's like, I gotta wear my pea coat. I'm like,
I get to wear it like 2 days out of the year in Florida, but it's the best piece of clothing I've ever had.
It is. It's nice.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like
I wear like some black high top shoes with like some black dress pants and like my pea coat and a black shirt. Nice fresh cut. I'm just like,
you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm a new man.
Gets a little bit of attention, just a tad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but
working
that's
out.
not the reason why he wears it, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, working out. Definitely harder to do in the winter time. But now that we're in the summer months, how do you feel about your body right now?
So right now I'm actually like 15 pounds over where I want to be. I'm like kind of blaming like quarantine, but at the same time, like I've had enough time since quarantine's ended for me to like fix things. And like I still could have like fixed things during quarantine. I was just kind of lazy about it.
Yeah.
So like when I'm not fully in shape and I'm not fully healthy, like I noticed a massive difference in like my confidence and like how I come across as a person.
Yeah.
And so like if I'm at a point, because so my apartment complex, very laid back. I walk around with my shirt and my shoes off 24/7 all the time.
Very Floridian of you.
Yeah. And in the past like month, like I haven't wanted to take my shirt off because I'm just like, I've just like these extra 15 pounds.
Body
I just
dysmorphia.
feel them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like no one else like really sees a problem with it. So it's just like if I was at the point where I could just walk around with my shirt off all the time and like go down to like the park and like ride my bike with my shirt off, I just feel better. I look better. Like everything is just better. And I've been actively working on fixing that through working out. So it's coming back. I'm feeling better, but like taking care of your body just makes you feel so much better.
Yeah. But we put it off because we're like, oh, we can just do it later or whatever. But
like, oh, we can just drink a whole bunch of alcohol and eat a whole bunch of pizza.
And forget about it.
Totally fine.
Yeah. I think we're in the middle though, because I feel like most of the time I'm like trying to keep like in shape and like watch what I eat and things like that. Like, I think it's like everything in moderation, I guess.
Yeah, because you're trying to enjoy life too.
Exactly. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't have that calorie. Like I'm gonna be fat. Like I'm trying to like have a good medium. And like from the podcast, it seems like we drink a lot, but I've actually cut back. Shockingly.
Starting today.
No, starting around your birthday 2 weeks ago.
So a week ago.
2 weeks. 10 days ago. 10 days ago.
Okay.
I've only drank like 3 times. Everyone's like, wow, that's not cutting back, but it is. Like,
comparatively speaking for us, that's cutting back big time.
It is.
Yeah.
So anyway, pat on the back for me.
Good job, Kristina.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I've also been like noticing like patterns of not only is alcohol like
as I chug my glass.
As Steven is done with his drink. It just like mentally fucks with you. Like I just feel foggy and like I feel like it takes me like 2 days to get back to like where I could have been before because my hangovers are so bad.
Because you're an old lady.
It's because I'm so old. I'm a year and a half older than Steven. So
old as fuck. Like, what was it? Episode 21. And you're like the kombucha, and now I feel better than you.
Yeah, fuck kombucha. Still
anyways.
I'm on that still. But anyway, I am trying to cut back. You just have your phases.
Yeah.
I don't eat
Drinking is fun. It's a good time. It's a great
That's
time.
where my calories go, and that's fine. And that's okay with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how I feel, since you asked about my body.
Sorry.
So one-sided. It's fine. I feel like I feel better about myself over the last like 3 weeks than I have in a long time.
That's good.
Yeah, because I've been trying to like do different forms.
I saw you at the pool the other day when I was walking up, and like I saw you through like the railing of the pool because like your pool is like surrounded by like bushes. I was like, whoa. Who is that? And then I was like, wait, that's Kristina. Looking good, Kristina.
I don't know if you're bullshitting me,
no,
but thank
like
you.
dead serious. I was gonna say it, but like I feel like I say that all the time. So
oh, thank you. I appreciate that because I have been like.
Looks like you've been working out.
I've been trying, and I've been more conscious about like not eating Taco Bell every day, so that's cool.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really. I feel like everyone's like diet is 60% of
2 pizzas in the oven.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really ate anything today, so I'm allowed to have that.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's all about balance.
Yeah,
starve yourself for 20 hours and then eat pizza. It's perfect.
Yeah,
we know all about exercise and mental health. Obviously,
we're obviously experts in this field.
I don't even know why we're talking about this.
It's a very level-headed conversation between two people who like kind of work out but kind of don't work out.
Yeah,
but, like, balance.
It's not like our life.
Yeah,
like the people that are like, I need to look like this all the time. I'm so fucking shredded. Like they have nothing going on other than like caring about their body, and they're so self-absorbed. And I'm just like, I like to have fun. Not calling anybody out. I'm just saying there's a certain personality that's like that.
Yeah,
it's
there's
like
definitely levels to it, and I feel like we've got a good balance between both. Because like I think so too. I feel like I'm in shape. I feel like I'm like in a point of where I'm like comfortable with my body. But like I know I could be better, but at the same time I'm not mad about where I'm at.
Right.
I feel like you're probably the same way.
Yeah, me too. I'm just like, this is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna enjoy my life, but also be conscious of what I eat during the day and like moderate my drinking. I think drinking is my biggest downfall. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And we're still young enough that we can like deal with it. So 2 years from now might be a different story.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if anyone is listening still and they have some workout tips or things that they like to do, let us know, because I think we're always looking for something new.
Yeah.
Like, I like to make it exciting. So
yeah, and we're not like Gymshark hoes. We're not like trying to tell you like, hey, you need to work out. We're just
speak
giving
for
you,
yourself.
We're just giving you the perspective of two people that like kind of work out but kind of don't work out. I mean,
yeah,
usually I work out.
It is good for your mental health.
Yeah.
You'll feel better after.
Yeah,
but you don't need us to tell you.
But if
that.
you need to balance, like, you know, having fun, working out, this is where it's at.
Yeah,
so.
Don't feel like because you do one, you can't do the other.
Yeah,
I think that's stupid.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Absolutely. So cheers to that. We're going to keep drinking and talk about.
I'm try to finish this.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys.
Okay, thank you. Bye.